Then 20 minutes later, we arrive in Bega or Merimbula, and I get off the plane. The airport's so small. It's like 3 gates, I think. Yeah, I think there's only 3 gates. That's how small it was. And there's only 4 counters for the like planes. And you know, that's when I realized it was actually in the middle of nowhere. When people say it was in the middle of nowhere, I didn't think it would be like that in the middle of nowhere, but it was that in the middle of nowhere. And there's a girl who was like, I went to the washroom, there's a girl, when I came out, there's a girl who's like standing outside, and I asked her right away, I was like, hey, do you know if there's any way I can like call a taxi to like a taxi anywhere? Because I didn't see any phones, and also like there's no Wi-Fi. I mean, not like I can call with Wi-Fi, but you know, I just can't like Google anything either. And she saw that I had my 2 squash rackets, and she was like, oh, so you're playing in the tournament, in the squash tournament. I'm like, oh yeah, like how'd you know? And she's like, oh, the rackets. And you know, we introduced ourselves, and apparently she was part of the tournament too. So bruh. She had the tournament promoter come and pick her up, and I was like, oh my god, thank goodness, that's amazing. She was like, yeah, like he'll definitely be able to like bring you to. And so the tournament promoter, John, he pulled up about 5 minutes later, and he was really surprised to see me. And I also introduced myself as Brooke, and then I realized he wouldn't know who I am with that name, because for squash I would be under Erisa. And he told me that he thought all the Japanese were coming together, because there are a few Japanese people in this tournament, Japanese players. And I was like, no, like I wasn't part of that group. And they had already like arrived, so it was really just like me that was not here yet. And he was like, oh, I should have asked them to like figure out like where you were, because I thought maybe he'd be coming. Sorry, this mosquito that I just killed. Just like really good timing, because once when he was actually driving us, it was almost 30 minutes, I think, from the airport to get to this lodge. And also it was in the middle, like it was at night too. So he was like, oh, do you want to go to your cabin? I was like, yeah, like, I'd love to just be taken to my cabin, because I was pretty tired at this point. And yeah, it was just literally pure luck that this girl, Haley, happened to be on the same flight as me. And that he came because he was like, yeah, if it was with a taxi, like that would cost a lot, but also be such a hassle for me to like get here. I'm starting to get like kind of tired. I need to take a nap before the barbecue tonight. But yeah, so like I arrived at the cabin, you know, and my Japanese teammates, they were there. They just finished dinner and they're having a laugh, and they're like, oh my god, Brooke, like you made it. And I was like, yeah, luckily, because I was supposed to arrive earlier. And yeah, so I hung out with them a little bit. I connected to some Wi-Fi finally, and then, you know, just texted a couple friends and my dad, just being like, hey, I made it, I'm alive. And then just went to sleep. Oh, and I passed out. I was like, I had my alarm set this morning, and I just like turned it off because I just could not get up. And I had breakfast. You saw the breakfast. It's very simple. Yeah. So now we're here. I made it. And I'll show you guys the courts tomorrow morning. But yeah, that was my journey to get to Bega. It was a very, very long adventure. Wouldn't do it again. Maybe I'd plan a little bit better, but even then, I don't know. There's just something about planning and like being there in person and figuring out just appeals to me so much more. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Obviously nothing happened with the birds, but maybe something will happen later. I'll show you guys the barbecue, and yeah. I did write a hello letter to someone too that I was supposed to give at the squash tournament, but I didn't get a chance to do that. So hopefully I'll be able to give it later on. My first ever hello letter, since it's, I guess, always like goodbye letters or something. But yeah, that was just random. I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay? Okay. Love you. Bye. Okay, so I just finished dinner and ice cream, so dessert. This is the aftermath. I had it with taiki and akari. That's what it looked like. So two of my teammates, Shota and Dinosuke, they're still at the courts. There's a little like place where you can play pool, some badminton, some other people. We had our food like over there. There was a possum who like came over and was wanting some food. I'll put the video of the possum. It was really cute. But yeah, it doesn't look like the possums that we get in North America. This is, I guess, the southern version. But yeah, so we're gonna be here for a little longer, maybe socialize a little bit, meet a couple people, and then we're gonna head back to our cabin. But yeah, that's everything. It's interesting, the food over here. You're so cute. Hello. Oh, what are you gonna do? You're definitely not jumping from there. Got some ice cream. He's up there now.
Oh. As long as he doesn't jump into the table, take it.